welcome to a new episode of COVID Caddy. This is not an episode anybody hopes to ever have to make. Unfortunately, about 2 weeks after the last episode was filmed, an unlicensed driver decided to run a light into the side of the van.
This is why we can't have nice things!
Unfortunately, because he's unlicensed, it falls under a different policy within my policy, and they're going to cover at a maximum $5,000 worth of damages to the vehicle. The parts bill alone is just over 10 grand, and I still technically haven't heard as to what, if anything, my insurance company is going to pay out. Please understand that this episode is not an easy one to film, nor is it an easy one to talk about. Obviously there's a whole lot of legality, liability, things like that involved when you start talking insurance companies, parties at fault, things like that. It's basically going to document the $10,000 worth of repairs I now have to carry out on the van. That's $10,000 I don't have. Very slow process just to get back to where we were 3 months ago before the accident. As you can see, we're obviously not at the worst of the worst. Like, it's been torn down, it's been assessed. I've started actually putting the car back together. So we've got new condenser, new radiator, new intercooler, new radiator support panel because all the headlight mounting gets smashed off that, new guard bracket, new guard liner, new washer bottle assembly. So we're getting there. It's, we're still headlight, guard, front strut is bent like a banana, front control arm bent like a banana, rack ends, like there's a whole lot of stuff that is unfortunately totally destroyed beyond use. Now 3 months down the line and insurance can't decide what they want to do. So today I have confirmation from my insurance company that the vehicle is going to be considered a financial write-off, which is to be expected. I also woke up this morning to an email in regards to an application I made to enter the van in probably Victoria's home state, largest car show for modified Euro Japanese sort of import cars called Black Label Invitational. Obviously since then a lot's happened in the last few months, but prior to all of this happening I'd actually put the Caddy up for consideration, hoping that by the time we roll into February next year I'd have the car painted. That was 3 months ago. I'd started putting money aside to paint the car and get it to a reasonable condition. It's pretty high standard this show, so no pressure. I got notification today that my application is pending the painting of the car and that they're willing to take it. Unfortunately, because of what's happened with the accident, we're probably not going to make that deadline, only because I now have to pull 10 grand out of thin air to get the car back to the unpainted space it was in before, and then throw another 10 or so at it to have it painted based on some of the quotes that I've been given at this stage. So, I'm not going to ask for charity, but would really appreciate a like, subscribe, some viewing hours on my channel. I think if we hit 1,000 subscriptions, plus a few other pieces of criterion, I'll be able to monetize my videos. It's not going to make a lot of money, but at this stage, every dollar counts, and I'd really like to have the car finished for February. That was the intention, and we were pretty much on track for that 3 months ago, but shit happens. So, I wanted to give everybody an update as soon as I could. I had a whole huge video filmed as this all progressed, tore the car down, and it just went for a really long time, and painful to watch pulling a car apart that's all twisted. So, hopefully I'll have a much more interesting episode for you going forward, pending funds as usual. It's always funds permitting. I'm going to try and be back better than ever in time for February. Until then, what is this garbage? Oh, I've got to go to work to pay for this.